On this episode of My Point of View, we will discuss women and equality. The woman. She is the wife. She is the mother. She is the one who helps hold the family together. Oftentimes possessing all these family roles while maintaining a hectic life as an employee. Now, it is understood that women in many ways are not equal to men. However, together, we can conquer the world. So, is women having equal pay in corporate America a problem? In 1920, women in the U.S. gained the right to vote. This ultimately empowered women to work hard and get to a place of power in society. And women have since become some of the most powerful people in the world. Yet, recently, Republicans voted no to gender pay equity. So, the debate continues. Equal pay? Or just leave the situation alone? How about we ask a few people? Okay, Republicans voted no against women getting equal pay. How do you feel about that?
Well, personally, I think that women should be able to get equal pay as men, because there's some things that men can't do, yes, that men can do that women can't do, but then there are plenty of things that women can do that men can't do. So I don't understand why there's some sort of separation between, the man being the money maker in the family and all of that kind of stuff. But I think that both men and women should be able to make, the same amount of money depending on what they're doing. If they're doing the same thing and they're doing it equally as well, then you pay them equally the amount of money.
It's fair that women deserve to get paid the same thing as a man if she gained the education she deserves. So if she spent all her money and go to school and spend her time to get a higher degree, she had the right to get the same pay as the men who had the same degree as her. So I don't think that it's fair to say no, to vote no on that law. So I think men and women are equal and they deserve to have whatever they deserve when they go to school and have a high degree. That's just simple. So I don't mind my wife to have the same pay as me as long as she deserves it.
So what if she made more than you? Would you have a problem with that? Because some men, they actually have a problem with that, right?
I won't have a problem with it because it's more money for the house.
Right.
So at the same time, it doesn't mean that if she's making more money than me, she won't try to do, doesn't respect me because it doesn't make sense. If that's the situation people are looking at, it doesn't make sense. More money is good for the house, but at the same time, she deserves it because she has a high degree, or she worked really hard to get promoted to get to that position. So if the money comes with the position, there she is. And I'll be the first one to support her in all decisions she made.
I feel like if the women have done the necessary qualifications to be able to have the job that is equal to a man, I feel like she should get equal pay. We go through the same educational processes, we do the same work, and we have the same qualifications. So I feel like there should not be slack when it comes to their pay. A lot of times in this society nowadays, it is a one-parent home with their children, and most likely it is the woman. I feel like she should have the same opportunities as a man to be able to do the best for her children. And I feel like with them voting no, it's just telling the woman that she can't be empowered, even though she is on her. Most of them are on their own, doing their own thing for their children. I feel like it's telling her that she can't be empowered to make her own decisions without being on government assistance or government care. And so I feel like that it's not a good look society to say that a woman should not be able to have equal pay as a man.
Get started. Sorry. I believe that we live in a country where we believe in equality, and as an international person working on the gender issues, I believe that that's the basic right that like a woman should be equally paid, because we are living in the USA. It's like a first world developed country, so it's a basic right that a woman should equally get paid.
Both my parents are nurses, so it was never really a problem as to, okay, you're making more money than me, or I'm making more money than you. It was never really an issue like that because they both brought money into the household. So I don't believe it would ever be a problem, especially with my dad, that it would be a problem that my mom was making more money or not, because they both basically make the same amounts if you were to really calculate it. But I think that women should get equal pay. I mean, of course they should. I mean, I would want my wife to get equal pay, if not more, because of course that is more money for the household. I've never really experienced as I grew up, I never really experienced my parents arguing over who makes the most or not. It's never really been an issue in my household, so I really wouldn't see a problem with that. Women should definitely get equal pay. If you're working just as hard, because I've watched my mother. When she did home health nursing, I've actually witnessed everything that she had to do while in home health. My dad actually worked as a nurse in the prison system, and my mom was doing home health at the time. So basically, they were two different jobs and stuff, but they both equally worked just as hard to get the same amount of pay with the same titles. So I understand why women would want equal pay. I mean, when you're doing just as much work, you have the same degree, you did the same classes, you took the same courses, you paid the same amounts of money in tuition for books and all the other expenses. I would expect to get the same pay as anybody. Just like if they were a different color than me, just like if they were a different gender, no matter what it was, if I worked equally as hard, I expect to get equal treatment. And it's just that simple. Now I ask you, what's your point of view?